a lot of parents would be really concerned about what Kabir said in the beginning. Kabir, you're not pursuing any degree. Please tell everybody, why are you not pursuing any degree and what is the story behind it?
Something that the 16-year-old Kabir would really be excited about, right? He was a person who would just like to open up stuff, then put it back together, see it not work, and then open it up again, right? I just wanted to build cool things.
I think the role of degree has changed over the years, but I think it is still important for certain industries. So you need to have that backup always with you.
I feel like somewhere we might be a person who's more skilled, let's say, who's more experienced, who has more in-depth knowledge about some topic than a person who has full-fledgedly studied that subject.
When you have that credibility in your profile, that will help you segregate along with the rest of the crowd, because the employer will know that you have been through that rigorous environment.
My parents really wanted me to pursue a degree and I was on the opposite spectrum. So we essentially found a middle ground and said, okay, what is the easiest way that I can get a degree without putting in any effort? At CoSpire, we run a WhatsApp community and at least 200 people in that have told us that, fair, we want to come to Masters Union, but then what about the degree? And I think all of us had a similar apprehension and we figured out research to realize that there are multiple alternative degrees that we can pursue with Masters Union. The default one, of course, being the DU-SOL degree. And before we move forward, can you all please introduce yourself and tell what degrees are you doing?
Hi, my name is Jatin and I'm from Gurgaon and I'm pursuing a degree in economics from a top college in Delhi.
Hi, I'm Ananya and currently I'm pursuing Tech and Business Management in Masters Union, and along with that I'm also pursuing BCom Honours in DU-SOL.
Hey, I'm Tanish Rajgadia. Alongside my coursework at Masters Union, I'm pursuing a degree from IIM Bangalore. It's called as Digital Business in Entrepreneurship.
Hi, I'm Kabir Teria and I'm not pursuing any degree except from the certification that I'll get from Masters
You're
Union.
not pursuing any degree
Nope.
and your parents are okay with that?
I mean, yes.
So, while the people at this table do not represent the actual picture of what is the general crowd, the truth is that most people in our college are pursuing the Delhi University School of Open Learning degree. And Masters Union has been thoda extra supportive around it because they've taken care of end-to-end admissions process and everything around Delhi University. Ananya, how is this degree treating you?
The degree so far has been treating me great, I would say, and nothing of any complication that I've faced.
Okay, but can you break down this process? You're a second-year undergrad student at Masters Union, and when you joined last year, what was the process? And can you break down how did the enrollment happen? How did everything go about?
So honestly, I don't even remember if I've done any extra steps for that because it was so seamless for me. It was along with my Masters Union enrollment that was so streamlined for me that I did not face any kind of problems while enrolling for DU.
Makes sense. So it's like, so I was also pursuing the Delhi University degree initially. I went through the same enrollment process, which is actually just doing nothing. But eventually I decided to switch to Manipal University, Jaipur online degree. The reason behind that was that I just wanted to save, let's say, 2 months of my staying in Delhi, because when you do the Delhi University degree, you essentially, in your winter breaks and your summer breaks, you have to stay an extra month in Delhi to give those papers. So I just wanted to save that.
Yeah, you have to give the exams.
So most people I'm talking to these days who are UG 29 students, the batch that'll come next year and is planning to enroll in the DU degree, they're very concerned about the fact that how will MU help in this? Will they help me give classes? Will they, how is MU exactly going to help me?
I mean, so with that, MU is really helpful with that. So we also get, so in first year, we used to get DU dedicated classes, which got cancelled because we were like, we don't need those. Then uske baad we started getting a lot of study materials for that. So we get past question papers, we get books, we get resources to study from. And if you want to study for the paper, you can simply look at those resources.
So Kabir, do you have any experience about the Delhi University degree? I remember first year you were also enrolled in the same paper.
Yeah, I was. To be honest, everything that we learn in our classes, right, which is more of a practical learning that we get, right, through the practitioners and CXOs that come in, right, I feel like all the topics are already covered, right, so we don't have to go out of our way to study for DU exams, right, because the core concepts and everything is similar.
Okay.
right? So yeah, DU exams are just, you have to dedicate those 1.5 or 1 months, whatever it is, to giving the exams. That's the only hassle that you have to take. Other than that, nothing academically or let's say the enrollment process or anything like that, right? That's not a problem. It's just those 1.5 months of examination that you have to stay in Delhi and wake up early.
Also, how does the fees aspect of DU works? Do you have to pay additional fees, or how does it work?
So you don't have to pay any kind of additional fees for DU. Master Union take care of all the fee things, and you just have to pay for Master Union.
What I'm able to understand right now is that you come to Masters Union, you automatically get enrolled in a DU degree. You just have to go and give the papers, for which also there are resources, but nobody really cares about it. You just go and give the paper.
Yeah, I mean, your accommodation is also managed by MU, so you can stay in the hostel even when the winter breaks are going on or the summer break is going on. And you'll also get the bus facility to go to the venue of the paper that you're giving and everything.
So everything is sorted. I was talking to Krishna Kumar Kandoi. He's one of our batchmates from Nepal, and he was telling that he didn't even know what paper is it next day, and he just went and gave the paper. Surprisingly, he scored a 7.5 GPA, which is a good GPA to have.
One thing that I remember from my DU experiences, the exams that I have given, right? It was a fun experience with my friends, right? And these are the people I don't interact with, let's say in MU Masters Union classes, because my friends are mainly in the BCom degree and I do a BMS degree, right? So for me, it is a very fun experience traveling in the bus to Delhi, then, giving my paper in, let's say, 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever it is. They're roaming around in Delhi and just exploring the city. That's all.
So it's like a travel break you get from the life you're living generally, and you can just roam around, have fun in Delhi. Fair. So I understood how the DU degree works, and about 80% of us are enrolled in the DU degree. You are pursuing no degree now, but let's go to Jatin first and understand this very interesting case where you were telling me off camera that Monday to Friday you stay at Masters Union, yet you're pursuing another full-time degree at one of the top colleges in our country. What is the story? How does that work? Tell us, Jatin.
I mean, I'm doing economics, so it is a little difficult course. So it becomes a little hectic, but I've been enjoying the experience so far.
What has the experience been?
I try to stay here for all the 5 days while I manage my attendance there somehow. And apart from that, the experience has been really good, even here and also there. A little hectic, but I've been able to manage that.
So, even though we're at the Masters Union campus, you don't need to take the pressure of that. And please be super honest. How has that degree of economics at the top college treating you? What are you learning over there?
I mean, it is a in-depth knowledge of that subject. It is a theory-heavy subject and a theory-heavy curriculum there. So you get that in-depth knowledge of that subject.
Okay, so got it. You're getting a lot of in-depth knowledge. You're getting a lot of theoretical knowledge over there. If that is the case, then why are you doing Masters Union?
I mean, for the practical aspect.
I have a question to ask, right? We have, let's say we have practitioners coming in at Masters Union, we have CXOs, and we have professors who even teach practically, right? They try to bring as much practical aspect as they can in this class, right? How is it different from, let's say, the professors over there at DU or whatever college that you go to? Because all of us have been wondering that what is it that we have missed?
I mean, not all professors are like that. So even there in DU, some professors, I mean, there are only a few of those professors which are like really well in their subject and their teaching abilities.
So let's say you have to draw a few commonalities between Masters Union and that other college. What would they be? And then also, can you tell us a few highlight differences between both these colleges?
Like the curriculum here, as we know, it's way more practical. So the professors here are also like really good in terms of that. For DU, I mean, I had guest lecturers for our entire first sem. I mean, teachers, professors teaching in maybe a tier 3 college and coming to teach us and coming just before 1 month before exams. So, I mean, there was some quality compromise there. I think it is not like that here. If you give an feedback here, that is obviously heard, and the professor, I mean, it gets either changed or you get to move to another section. I mean, you don't have that freedom there.
So you're saying that your feedback has enough value that can actually get a professor change. It actually happened with our batch also. So Ananya, Kabir and myself, the UG 27 students, second year students now, it has happened, I think, twice where we said some professor is not doing or we're not able to learn the best from them. Can you please change them? And it actually happened. But also, can you draw a few commonalities between Masters Union and that other top college?
I mean, the peer group is what I found to be common. There are people doing amazing things at both these places, and that is what I liked about both these places.
Would you recommend somebody doing this setup of 2 full-time degrees?
I mean, a little hectic, but if you can manage, why not?
So the setup essentially allows you to get the best brand name and the best practical knowledge, both of it. I am sure I couldn't have done this setup ever.
Neither would I. But yeah, I have a question, right? We have this sort of image that other colleges don't have good infrastructure, or let's say the curriculum is very outdated, right? All of the reasons that we thought of while choosing Masters Union, whatever pros or positives we thought of Masters Union, right? We often think that all the other colleges in India might not have those. So what's the on-ground reality? How's the infrastructure? How's the curriculum? How's the management, right?
I mean, the infrastructure here is much better than colleges in DU maybe. For curriculum, even curriculum is much updated here. The curriculum there has largely been unchanged for many years, and that has been a serious problem there, so to say. For management, I think the management here is again much more responsive to your feedbacks. There, they don't even listen to you.
Is there even a management you can actually reach out to?
I mean, there is admin, and you'll go to them, you'll ask something, and they'll say, this is not a department, go to the other thing. We'll go there, they say, this is not a department, go to the other teacher, and then there will be lunch break, just like banks.
And let me ask this one thing, right? We at Masters Union have been very big on culture for, let's say, the first 2 years, right? And we have successfully built such a good, I would say, thing around all of the frats that we have and the culture and the competitions, right?
Can you explain what frats are for those who don't know?
So frats, for those of you who don't know, we have 4 fraternities that all of us belong to. Those are obviously being Amazon, Meta, and then Google, and of course Netflix, which is the best one to anyone who's watching this. But yeah, we have heard a lot about culture of other colleges as well in India, right? And you have seen the culture at Masters Union as well, right? How do both of these compare as well?
I mean, the group here, the community here is much more close-knit. So I enjoyed the culture here much better than the culture there. I think there it is 1,000 students in a batch, 3 batches. And I mean, you don't even know majority of them. So I feel culture here is much better than other colleges.
Yeah, kudos to us.
He's also the tech club representative at Masters Union.
So all career related queries, please. kabir.teria@mastersunion.com.
Hanji, Kanish, you've been quiet for a while. What is your story and what degree are you doing?
So I'm doing the IIM Bangalore coursework along with Masters Union. Unlike the DU SOL thing, it's very rigorous.
Okay.
You have to devote like 2 hours a day to remain at edge with the program. But the best part about is you get the updated curriculum, unlike the other college. And you also get a credibility which is very higher, which is very higher than the DU SOL degree. Oh, that's the best part about this program. And that's the primary reason of me doing this program.
And how does that work? So morning 9 to 3, you have your classes at Masters Union. Then you have your extracurricular activities. So where do you fit these 2 hours in your day?
So let me give you a structure of how it is. It follows a trimester system, 3 sems a year. They have 6 subjects every semester. And every month, the management from IIM uploads videos of 2 subjects. So every week there's a module which gets updated on the platform, and you have to go through the videos. Like it's 12 hours long, so 2 hours a day for a week is enough. After doing the modules, you have to attend the quizzes for the subjects, which is online. But at the end of every term, you have to go for an offline exam at centers.
And these centers are all across the country, or it's that you have to go to IIM Bangalore?
Primarily, it's all across the country, but you'll have to travel if you belong to a small city.
Mm-hmm. So pros and cons, and it's still manageable. It's not that rigorous. 2-3 hours a day is still fine. We all also thought that when we'll do our DU degree, we'd have to spend some time at least every day to keep up with that one also.
So how are you managing it? Like, how was the last sem?
The biggest compliment or the biggest benefit of this program is the coursework at Masters Union is very similar to the coursework at IIMB.
Updated curriculum.
Yeah, the subjects being taught here is exactly similar to that. So I do not have to go through all the videos of IIM Bangalore to remain updated.
So how did you manage to go? Like, did you go from here to Bangalore, or what was it?
No, as I mentioned, the centers are all
Website in
India, and IIM Bangalore has been very careful in like designing this program because they schedule the exams in a way that it falls on weekends. So your normal college is not hampered.
So they're aware of the fact that you might pursue another degree with it, and they're okay with that fact.
Yeah, they promote the fact that pursue this as a secondary thing along with a regular coursework.
So how, let's say IIT Madras also does a secondary degree. I think it's similar. While we also have people in our batch pursuing that degree, we couldn't get anybody on the table. But how does it work? So you spend 2-3 hours, and then is there anything beyond just ACADS?
Yes, they have been trying hard enough to promote networking events among the students. So last month they organized a pan-India competition which involved things like quizzing, singing. This month they are also organizing an event at IIT Delhi. So that will be a good networking opportunity for all the students. So there's a video lecture, one part of the program, and there are networking opportunities. Though it being an online program, it is one of the cons that you do not get to connect with people as you do here at Masters Uni.
So it's like how Jatin is saying that you can get the brand name from any top colleges, and you can get all the knowledge and experience and learning from Masters Union. But Masters Union also has a good enough brand reputation, at least when it comes to, let's say, startups or VCs. It has.
I would like to just tell an incident that happened with me yesterday, right? I was at a VC's house. A VC, for those of you who don't know, it's a venture capitalist who funds startups, right? I was there for just to meet the founder of that VC firm, right? And I found 2 Masters Union PGP alumni over there.
Oh,
Right, so it was a small meetup about Masters Union, and then we told everyone over there about what Masters Union does, right? And everyone was very surprised. And it was just Masters Union is just killing it when it comes to the startup game, right? So brand name wise, we are up there.
शार्क टैंक इंडिया की हिस्ट्री में आज हम वो करने जा रहे हैं जो पहले कभी नहीं हुआ।
आज मैं आया हूँ अपना सेकंड स्टार्टअप लेके, मेमोटैग। मैंने मास्टर्स यूनियन स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस में एमबीए के लिए एनरोल कर लिया।
मास्टर्स यूनियन कब?
2023।
अरे मतलब अभी तो खत्म हो गया कोर्स?
हाँ, अभी चल रहा है। सो
कंपटीशन अच्छी चीज है, और जो फंडेड प्लेयर होता है ना, वो और अच्छा है कि वो मार्केट ग्रो करके देता है।
बिल्कुल।
तुम लोगों में दम है, मेरे को तुम्हारे पे कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है।
so a lot of parents would be really concerned about what Kabir said in the beginning. Kabir, you're not pursuing any degree. Please tell everybody, why are you not pursuing any degree, and what is the story behind it?
Right. So I was enrolled in the DUSOL degree, as all of us were, but I consciously decided to drop out of DU, and it was a conscious decision that I took. So what my thought process was behind it was that I need to optimize for the limited time that I had. And Masters Union already provides us with ample amount of things that we have to do in the entire week. Be it the classes that we take that are so practical, or the career clubs and the cultural club events that happens, right? Or the CXO master classes, whatever, right? There are 100 different things that are happening in the campus at any given point of time. On the other hand, I also have this startup that I'm building.
Okay.
Right. So I have to optimize for my time.
Can you tell everybody what is the startup you're building?
So I'm building a web browser that automates the internet for you. It's called The Good Browser, and you can check it out at thegoodbrowser.com. So it was a conscious decision, and I decided to optimize for the limited time that I have, right? And I decided that DU was not in my priority list. And when it came to, actually going to VCs and talk about it, the pedigree of Masters Union already holds so much of value to them that they don't even care about, let's say, a degree from DU or anything else. So for me, it did work out, or it will work out, I would say. But to anyone else out there, I wouldn't recommend this unconventional path.
Somebody, let's say Kabir, is not pursuing any conventional degree as such. But I feel like somewhere the kind of experience, exposure and work that he's getting to do here, and the kind of networks that he has, it doesn't actually require him to go in a place and have a degree. I mean, I feel like he'll get that platform, he'll get that opportunity even without a degree, which was earlier not possible because of the conventional way of learning. But right now it is very much possible because of the exposure and the practical learning that we get over here. So I feel like somewhere we might be a person who's more skilled, let's say, who's more experienced, who has more in-depth knowledge about some topic than a person who has full-fledgedly studied that subject. because somewhere you have worked on it and not just learned the concept.
So it's a conscious decision you've made that I don't want to pursue a degree to optimize for my time, but it's not a general recommendation. If you're super sure that you want to do something specific, then go ahead and do that something you're super sure about. But not a general recommendation. But also, Kabir is a super talented, one of the smartest in our batch. So he can choose to do whatever he wants to. But for most of us, we will do a degree. So let's say you're all back on day one of joining this college and you have to choose a path. Would it be similar or what would you do now?
Masters Union along with the IIM degree thing was the best decision which I took because I agree with Kabir that skills are the ones which matter more in the today's world. But degree can be that thing which open new doors for you. Because when you have that credibility in your profile, that will help you segregate along with the rest of the crowd. Because the employer will know that you have been through that rigorous environment, which will help you sustain that world.
One thing I would like to counter this point, right? Whenever I have seen our kids going and doing internships in let's say in all of the companies that we've been to, and those includes big companies such as Zomato or EY or even Indigo, right? Sure, the degree gets your foot in the door, right? But the general thing that I've heard from all of us, that from all of our batchmates, is that they're really surprised as what skills that we bring in, right? And that is not comparable to, let's say, I am Indore or I am Rohtak undergrad student, right? This is just my opinion. What I have observed is that our skills are more practical, our skills are more industry ready, our skills are also more relevant to what they want in our first year, right? That's just my observation.
I would like to add on to Kabir's point. I mean, I definitely agree with all of the things that he's saying, because Masters Union students, all in the kind of experience that we have had in our first year or now in our second year, and the kind of learnings that we have gotten, definitely makes us stand out in a crowd and in a normal convention college crowd, I would say. But I feel like if you have had the mix of both of the things, like I have skills as well as a credibility and a degree, then that just makes it a whole complete package. And if you want to apply abroad in case, then you definitely need a degree. And that is why I feel like most of the people would want to pursue a degree.
So that means he is on the right path.
Yeah.
I think for certain industries like maybe tech, your skill set and your experience can outweigh that degree.
Yeah.
But for industries like finance and consulting, I mean, your degree plays an important role there.
So basically what we all are saying is that if the degree is taking a very minimal amount of effort from your side, 100% go and pursue it. I'm sure you'll also agree to that.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, for DU, it takes special talent to not being able to pass that exam.
So our college obviously realized that the degree is important. That is why they started this whole mandatorily enrolled in DU SOL degree in the beginning and then making it optional. But also with that, our college is doing much more around it, which is that they're launching this new course under the School of Emerging Technologies at Masters Union, which is called the Data Science and AI course. Kabir, do you want to talk about what is that course and why do you take special pride in that course?
So the data science and AI program is something that the 16-year-old Kabir would really be excited about, right? He was a person who would just like to open up stuff, then put it back together, see it not work, and then open it up again, right? I just wanted to build cool things.
Okay.
And at that point of time, there was nothing that catered to what I wanted to do, right? Either I had the option to go to an IIT. For that, I had to study PCM in my first year of college, which was not at all relevant. Or either I had to make a conscious decision whether I want to do a chemical degree or a mechanical or a computer science. And I was just a person who wanted to build stuff, right? I was not clear if I wanted to be a mechanical engineer or a chemical engineer, right? And I just wanted to build things. And this is something, this degree or this program is a platform where you just come in and for the next 4 years, you build things, you see how they work out, and if they fail, you build another thing. Yeah, that's the best part about it. And it's structured in a way that you have 2 tracks. One is the India track, where you do the data science and AI program with Masters Union along with a degree with IIT Guwahati.
So you get a degree of IIT Guwahati.
Yes, and the other track is the international track, where you do the first 3 years at Masters Union in campus, and the 4th year is at Illinois Tech in the USA. And you go there and then you do the same thing. You build stuff, right? And this is something that I would have wanted, or if I had the option last year, I would have opted for the Illinois Tech path.
So, interesting insights about how you all are pursuing different degrees. And I'm sure for somebody who would have watched this video till now, already knows so much more about what are the alternative degrees available in India. And actually, I haven't talked about my degree enough. So the Manipal University degree, Manipal University Jaipur online degree is the degree I am pursuing. And I feel really small in front of these giants sitting on the table. But essentially, this Manipal University degree is the least effort degree you can ever do. Is essentially the only amount of effort I have to put in is that pick up their counselor's call, listen to them for 2 minutes and say, okay, I'll complete whatever you're telling me to do, and just giving exams which are online, and you can just select the slot when you're going to give the exam and just give it. I, like Kabir, I didn't have the courage to say that I will not pursue a degree, but because my parents really wanted me to pursue a degree and I was on the opposite spectrum. So we essentially found a middle ground and said, okay, what is the easiest way that I can get a degree without putting in any effort? And I found the Manipal University online degree. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking our time to do this. I'm sure these 25 minutes of listening to you would have given so much perspective to all the people who had these apprehensions around degrees, not degrees, skills, what to do. Now they know that they can come to a college like Masters Union to get all the skills, and they can alternatively at the side just pursue another degree which would do the job of the paper that is required for that backup. Also, if you watched this video till the end, I am sure you enjoyed this one. And if you want to get connected to these people or myself or the whole Cospire team, we're building a WhatsApp community which is over 300 people now, and we'd love to have you there. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching and thank you for your time.